busy one today. I've just been sitting here doing a couple of emails and quotes and things for the business, which is really exciting to just like have a couple more leads and things. And I actually have organized a girl to do some Facebook ads and marketing for me as well. I just realized that it is something I don't know that much about and I really just don't have the time to do it, but I definitely need to be getting a couple of emails and things so I can be sending out a newsletter and just developing a little bit more brand awareness and leads and those kinds of things. So I'm very excited for that, but it is quite expensive. So I've sort of just set her up to go for a month and then see how that goes. But I'm very, very confident that it will turn out well. So she was very well reviewed, and that's kind of like the benefit of having those Google reviews. Sometimes you can just see all of the customers or all of the irate customers if someone isn't doing so well. So that's great. And I also just feel like I need to get back into a bit of a routine. I'm slipped out of that a little bit working for myself. Like I've definitely kept up my gym routine and workouts and that kind of stuff. Like this morning, I went down to Body Fit and did the high intensity resistance training class. So that was kind of a fun one. It was a little bit of cardio and a bit of weights, but I am absolutely exhausted after that. So I think I just didn't eat enough for breakfast. That was probably like not as filling as I should have gone for after doing a big workout like that. But I'm not really a savory breakfast kind of girl. It takes me a lot to want to eat like eggs on toast or something. So that is something I need to get on top of. But all in all, I have a ton of cleaning and unpacking and things to do and a little bit of organizing around my space. And I also am desperate to do a wardrobe clean out. I feel like it's been forever since I've done that, and now it is absolutely freezing in Melbourne. So I did go for a walk after my class and I had my puffer jacket like zipped up and I was absolutely freezing. I ended up getting a coffee on the way just to have something warm to hold. So it was like 7 degrees this morning and it is definitely wintry weather now. So I need to pull my coats down out of the cupboard and get all of that sorted. But for now, I'm going to show you my little delivery that I just got in because I think this is going to be really helpful in getting my meals back on track. So this was delivered while I was sleeping this morning, which is very handy. I went down and popped it inside my door before heading out to the gym, but I wanted to just get some pre-made lunch options and the youfoodz range is perfect for that. I've got the chicken penne and I think I got 2 of these. I actually doubled up on a couple of the meals so that Jazz can try them as well because he's someone who doesn't do a whole heap of cooking, so it's really handy for him too. So I thought he might want to try this chicken penne one, which is a little bit more filling. I also got a salmon one. I love salmon. I think it's so yummy. And this one was salmon and dill with a sweet potato mash. So that could probably be more of like a dinner one because it's slightly heavier in terms of calorie intake. I also got 2 of the Thai green chicken curry with veggies and brown rice because yum, I absolutely love green curries. Then I got the fajita beef with rice. I would add some shredded lettuce on the bottom of that and then it will be absolutely delicious. And the last one I got was some beef chili con carne with spiced Mexican rice. I got 2 of those because I love Mexican food and I thought that would be another handy one that I could just add some shredded lettuce. And this is actually a surprisingly light option. It's only 299 calories. So my code is emma.caitlain and that will get you up to $200 off your first 5 boxes. So it's 45% off the first box with free shipping and then 20% off your next 4 boxes after that. I am actually going to make the Thai green chicken curry for lunch today. I've decided. I think that would be really yummy. I'm just heading out now to run a couple of errands and the first one is heading to the post office. I've got a package from Glassons I want to pick up and I also need to post something as well. I just picked up the parcel and I'm really excited for this one. I've actually got my best friend from Brisbane coming down this weekend and we're going out for a lunch. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to wear, but I've also got an event that night for Jazz's gym manager. So there's 2 things to go to and I've just really been into sets lately and Glassons has really good ones. They're just really affordable and I felt like I needed to upgrade my wardrobe for a while and just get pieces that I can easily just throw on and go together and put a little jacket over the top now that it's getting really cold. But now I'm actually off to meet a builder. So I'm going to go to a site and see some of their work and have a little bit of a chat about some upcoming projects that we might be able to work on together. So let's get going. I'm back home now and slightly ashamed to say that I drove through the Macca's drive-thru on the way home. I just desperately needed a strong coffee and I could not be bothered making one for myself. So I got an almond cap and it is pretty awful. I don't know what kind of almond milk they use in it, but it's not the best coffee I've ever had, but it hit the spot. And now I think I'm going to jump in and start doing a bit of a wardrobe clean out. I want to try on the outfits that I picked up from Glassons because hopefully they're all right. But if they're not, I've still got time to return them and find something else. But yeah, I definitely do the one in, one out rule. I never allow myself to just endlessly purchase things and never clear out the wardrobe or sell things or donate stuff as well. So let's jump in and do a bit of a wardrobe clean out. I was also gifted this JS Health protein, probiotics and collagen. This is not sponsored. I'm just working with them over on Instagram, and that is godsend because I don't know what went on in my tiny mind, but I had a couple of different proteins left and I thought to just blend them all together in a jar, and it tastes absolutely awful at the moment. So I've been dying to get in a new collagen and I just went with the vanilla flavor. I usually just go vanilla or chocolate when I get protein, so I will report back and let you know how it is. Let's get into this parcel because I really want to see if these outfits look as good as they did in person as they were online. First thing I got was this plain black top as a basic. It's kind of in this really nice stretchy fabric similar to the set I'm currently wearing. But I actually think that I got it in a medium just because I feel like they're a bit tight on the chest sometimes, but I have a bad feeling that might be too big for me. And then I got this set, which is called the Burnout Maxi Skirt and a little corset top. And yet again, I wasn't really sure what size to go with the top. Sometimes I find in Glassons they're just like unbelievably tiny and tight, but this I just thought was a really beautiful option for an evening kind of set, and also just as a separate with the skirt because you could kind of pair that with a chunky knit as well. And then this one was just a really beautiful floaty dress that I liked, and it's just kind of in all of those nice autumny kind of tones, and I can just imagine wearing that to a winery or something and popping a really cozy coat over the top. So let's try them on. I just put on the brown dress and unfortunately I feel like I knew this just wasn't going to be a great piece. The cowl neck is just really, it feels very transparent and not supportive in the bust area, but also it's got this weird double lining around here and it's not sitting well on top of each other, so it kind of just looks a little bit bulky, and it's just not the most flattering kind of thing when you've got a bit of a brown darkish kind of material, and on the back here as well it kind of puckers. So unfortunately this one is going on the returns pile. That is this set on. It's going to be quite difficult to see because it's black, but it's just really nicely fitted and the burnout pattern looks super cool. It's very sleek. You're kind of like a size 8 to 10. The small is the perfect size for you. I actually really love this and I'm definitely going to be wearing it on Saturday night. I think my game plan is to get my coats down, which is a little bit depressing, but it's definitely kind of time to start bringing out some of that seasonal sort of stuff. So I do store those in the boxes on the top shelf in my wardrobe, and I actually have one of those like hoodie, snooty, I don't know what those things are called, snuggies, I don't know. I've got one of those blanket things and it's definitely never cold enough to use that, so I'm going to pop that out of the drawer and put it up there, and then I can use my other spare drawer that it's coming out of to put in a few more of the coats. So that's the kind of plan, and also like I said, bit of a one in one out policy, but I am forever on a mission to try and have a little bit more of a staple wardrobe, and I feel like I've made some really good choices lately with just getting versatile pieces that can kind of mix and match, and I just know I'm in a bad habit of hanging on to some things that I really just don't need or don't wear or are really uncomfortable, so I'm trying to slowly cycle through those. And half the benefit of working for myself now is I can kind of put something on, and if I hate it within a couple of hours I can take it off and change. But I know when I was working in an office and I was trying to do that with clothes, it would really annoy me if I was stuck wearing something that was really uncomfortable for the day. So that's the plan. I've also just had a client call to do a renovation project, which is really exciting, so cross all your fingers for me that that goes ahead because they sounded like a really lovely client. And I was meant to have a interview for a podcast today, like just a discovery phone call thingo to see if we were like compatible to chat, but he did not turn up to the Zoom call, so that's why I'm sitting down to do the rest of this vlog now, because I've texted him and seen, but I don't know, I feel like people can be a little bit flaky with online appointments and sort of just like feel like it's not a real meeting, and I'm like, well, it's a real meeting to me because it was on my calendar. But Anyway, I just found this scarf I bought last year from Kmart. Would you believe it is the thickest, warmest scarf? It's in this beautiful pastel-y purple color, and I feel like pastels are still really in this year, particularly pastel blue kind of colors, like that really powdery blue. I've seen a lot of that coming back at the moment, so I hope that they will bring out one in that kind of color, but if not, this is my snuggly scarf, and I'm definitely going to bring this one down to wear. I just grabbed the box of coats down, and I've got a couple of different ones. I've got my staple black coat, I've got this gorgeous Seed Heritage grey two-tone kind of coat, and then otherwise in this box is a random blazer and some other stuff. So I don't know about that. That doesn't seem like the best quality black blazer, so I just think that can immediately go, in my opinion. I don't need to be holding on to duplicates of anything. I've also got some random beige colored knit, and this is super soft, but it's kind of got these weird tie-up openings on the side, and I don't know why I was holding on to this, so I think I will just pass that on as well. I also have this, and I feel like I've been hanging on to this for years and I've never ever worn it. It's just a cute little pom-pom kind of top from Witchery, and I might just hang on to this because I'm having a little bit of a beige moment, so I'll pop it in the wardrobe, and if I don't wear it, it needs to go this year. I cannot hang on to it any longer. I just remembered what that thing is called as well. It's an hoodie. I feel like so many of you probably have them as well. It's super cozy, but I just get really hot. Like, even though it's a cold day today, I just like don't really like wearing lots of layers and jumpers. It's probably the inner Queenslander in me, but I'm just gonna grab it out of the drawer down here. Mine is a beautiful pink one, but yeah, I just haven't really found myself wearing it because I kind of like to just put the heater on, which obviously is not the greatest thing to be doing, but I think I'll pop it in the box for now, and then in a week or two, not a week or two, sorry, what am I trying to say? In a month or two, when we're in the depths of winter and it's freezing, I bet you I grab it back out, but for now, I don't really need it just taking up space. Like, it literally almost takes up this whole box. That's how puffy it is. So now I've kind of got the drawer next to me that will be free. I'm not really sure what section to hit next, but I'm just thinking a general go through the wardrobe and just see what kind of bits and pieces are in there that maybe I don't need anymore. This one is a great example. This is just a plain white dress from Glassons, and I wanted to love it, but because I'm such a tall girl, it is actually quite short on me, and it's one of those dresses that really just sort of rides up when you're wearing it. But I know people always want to buy Glassons stuff, so I'm just going to pop that one aside because I'll definitely be able to resell that on Marketplace. This is definitely going on the donate pile. This top is super see-through, and I just have no idea how you're meant to wear it other than it literally just being see-through, because you're going to see any kind of bra or things that you end up putting underneath it. So I'm going to pop that on the donate pile. Next up, I have a t-shirt, and unfortunately I got a stain of some description on it once when it fell off my clothesline inside onto the floor, and it's never ever come out since. It was actually quite an expensive shirt, which is really annoying, but I'm also just not really a t-shirt kind of girl. I don't know, they just don't really suit me that much, so this one is definitely going to go on the donate pile as well. Both of these are beige tops, which in their own right are kind of nice, but they're just both a little bit low cut for my liking, and they were my old going out kind of clothes, but I probably just wouldn't really wear that sort of thing anymore, so both of these are going to go on the donate pile as well. I bought this once upon a time to kind of style with white jeans as like a bit of a like tucked in sort of oversized thing, but I just don't think it is that flattering, and I've probably got nicer things in my wardrobe I could wear, so I'm going to pop this one on the donate pile as well. I got a little bit distracted. My camera battery died, and then the podcast guy finally called me, only 2.5 hours late, but that's all right. I'm actually going to be doing about 5 podcast episodes with them, which is really, really exciting. It's a property development podcast, and it's just talking all things like how to develop property, how to profit from doing renovations, and just general design advice and like that kind of stuff for his community, which is really cool. So I will link the episodes when they end up coming out. I think I'm going to go into their studio sometime next week. But while I was on that call, I actually picked up a couple more pieces to put in the donate bag, which I'm very proud of myself for, because these have been things that I've looked at about 50,000 times and never got rid of. So this one, love the color, love the kind of cut, but it's just too short on me. It's like a bias cut little satin slip maxi skirt, midi skirt, sorry. And the problem again with me being too tall is it's not a midi skirt. It hits at a really awkward spot on my legs. So That one is going in the donate pile because it was just a cheapie from Glassons back in the day. I also found a Kookeye long sleeve black top and another like black random H&M top, and neither of these is very comfortable. So yet again, I'm gonna pop them in the bag, which is almost full. This one was just a little black growing out kind of top, and it's just nothing special. I don't really think I need to hang on to it for any particular reason, so I'm gonna pop that in the bag as well. I also have this brown bodysuit, and it just never quite fit me properly. It's not really tight enough around the bust, and unfortunately with some kind of bodysuits, they tend to slip down. So I think I'm gonna sell that one because it is literally brand new, and I should have returned it when I had the chance, but I didn't, as you do when you just kind of throw stuff in the wardrobe. And the last one is a kind of like summery crop. It's in that beautiful powder blue color I was just talking about, but the elastic on this is really annoying and it really put me off wearing it. So I'm gonna pop that in the bag too. And that is my little bag of things. I've now got a full bag to donate. Anyway, I really do need to get going. It is literally pitch black outside now, and I just checked the traffic and it's gonna take me 45 minutes to drive to the event. So that is my evening done. I need to head off and do that. But thank you guys so much for joining me for the vlog today. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch up with you soon. Bye.